He has crashed yesterday almost 13-14% and US crude saw the drop too. Now what is going to happen today, whether these going instruments are going to bounce back or going to trade in red, we will try to see with the help of candlestick charts and indicators. I'll give you the trading entries. Please stick to the levels and trade profitably. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe and comment. Do not forget to press the bell icon and do watch till the end. First we'll look into US crude and followed with natural gas. Let's start the day with US crude first. US crude right now trading at 116.5 levels and it has already seen sub 115 levels yesterday, crucial levels which is below the last 20 days average. Now what is going to happen today? First let's have a look at the hourly charts here. See, on the hourly charts, the support and the pivot level is at around 115.7 is important. At the same time, 117 is giving it a resistance. Also, it is trying to show you a little rise. Now, what the small rise or little rise does after a sharp drop is try to cool the indicators and try to adjust the movements accordingly and rising a bit. After that, it tries to drop. It is also a cycle where a retracement, a fibber retracement is achieved before it looks forward to continuing the trend which it has seen. So be cautious, but yes, if you want to take a long entry, you can take at around 117.5. There is a resistance at 117.8. See, I am bearish on oil until the time it trades below 121.5, 122 levels. One can remain short in oil for the next few sessions. Mark my words, till the time it trades below 121.5, 122 zone, one can remain short on crude oil for next few sessions. However, if you want to enjoy the trade today, you can go long at 117 levels, then one can expect 117.5, 118, and then here till 119 it has got multiple resistances. So only bullishness is only if it trades beyond 119, then you can expect 120, 121 levels, but still it may try to fall more. The oscillator is trading in red. The directional movement is trying to converge. The MACD is also trying to converge and cross over for a bullish move. The RSI is looking upwards. The stochastic is looking upwards too. Similarly, in the on the 2-hour chart, so what it does, this is a little retracement on the upside. The indicators may again try to go over, so overbought, and then it takes a sharper drop, and within one or two candles it again come back to oversold levels. Now look at the 2-hour charts. On the 2-hour charts, similarly what we have seen is this oil getting the resistance there and the sharp drop, a perfect entry there for a good short trade, and it has achieved the lower lows, and there is a support. I have told you in my weekly analysis also, 114. If it breaks 114, we can expect it to drop till towards 110, and below that we may see a sharper drop towards 104 and $100 levels. Whether it is going to happen today or in soon, in few sessions we will try to see. Now look at this, it is giving also, if you look at this channel, it is giving you higher highs, but be watchful that it has also seen lower lows, and the pivot right now is at around this zone, that is 1818. So with the pivot at 1818, it is trying to swing a bit. It may try to achieve 1818 today again before it looks forward to any further drop there. Oscillator is trading in red. The directional movement is again bearish. The MACD is also bearish, trying to converge here. The RSI is looking upwards. The stochastic is looking upwards too. Similarly, if you look at the 3-hour charts, on the 3-hour charts with the support at 115.7, it is trying to reverse. The resistance there at 117 is strong, and beyond that it will try to hit 118 levels. So be watchful of the levels at 118. This may provide a very strong resistance, and this is also the pivot level around which we have seen it swinging. If it breaks past 118, one can again expect it that it can try to rise more. How far it can go, it can again try to hit 120, 121. In fact, it can break 122 also, but still I will be expecting it to trade bearish. Achieving 118, we may see it dropping again. The oscillator is trading in a negative direction, is indicating bearish move. The directional movement is bearish too. The MACD has crossed over. It is just the second red candle after the crossover, and it is divergent. It's indicating more bearishness here. And if you look at the RSI, this is looking upwards. The stochastic is looking upwards too on the 3-hour chart. Similarly, if you look at the 4-hour charts, see, on the 4-hour chart, the 100 period moving average and the pivot at around 115.7 and 115.5. Be watchful of that. Yes, if you see it trading below 115.5, go short there and again expect it to drop sharply, where one can expect similar size of red candle, where one can expect it to give similar size of red candle and trade in red. And also if it trades above 117, one can expect it to hit 118 levels, which is going to be a very strong resistance. Trading above 118, one can expect that it is trying to reverse for 119, and then beyond that it may try to hit again 120, 121 levels. So be watchful of that. And any short entry today is below 115.5 levels. Below 115.5, trade short, trade remain short comfortably. The oscillator there trading in red, the MACD, the directional movement is bearish. The MACD is also trading in red, trying to converge. The RSI looking upwards. The stochastic is trying to go oversold there, but it has still got some room. And if you look at the daily charts here, see on the daily charts, if you consider 118 as the pivot, it has achieved higher highs, it has achieved lower lows, and we have seen a sharper swing. Also, it has formed the double top. So definitely the resistance there at 121.5, 122 levels is going to be very, very strong. And yes, probably the next candle, once it starts, we may see 118 definitely going to be a very strong resistance. Trading above 118, one can expect slight bullishness, but yes, till the time it trades above below 118, we can again expect it to drop. And here, as I said, on the daily charts, 115.5 is also 20 period moving average, which is going to provide a very strong support, and below that you can expect it to drop for 114. If it breaks 114, one can expect it to drop sharply till towards 110 and below levels. Now if you look at the daily charts here closely, you can find that, see, it is still trading in this channel with 20 period moving average as a support. And once it comes out of this support, that is once it draws below 114, one can expect that it is going to give you a breakout on the downside till towards 110 and below levels. So be watchful of that. Yes, it can try to achieve 118. Till the time it is below 118, I will not be expecting it to rise more. But yes, above 118 I will be mildly, or you can say neutral, and above 119.20 we can expect it to go bullish. We can again expect it to hit 121.22 zone. However, for the near term, I will still expect 121.5, 122 is the high. It should not break and it should trade in red. From here we can expect a drop in oil. I will be bearish, I will be expecting it to drop significantly. Trade accordingly, take your positions accordingly. And now let's have a look at NG. On NG, last weeks I had told that in next couple of weeks we may see it hitting $7 levels, and it is precisely achieved those levels. Now look at the hourly charts, it is nothing but trying to consolidate here and trying to cool down the indicators a bit before it takes down the next further move. Now look at this 7.4 levels, giving it a resistance, and yes, on the downside the support at 7.2 is going to be strong. Below 7.2, yes, you can go short again for $7 and below levels. On the downside there is a support at 6.8, 6.6. See, again I am telling you 6.5, 6.6 is going to be very strong support for NG on the further any downside move. So be watchful of that. And yes, after any such sharp drop, there is a minor retracement which one can expect. Right now, it is consolidating in between 7.4 and 7.2. Awesome oscillator trading in red, however, trying to converge. The directional movement is bearish. The MACD is trying to converge. The RSI is oversold, trying to come out. The stochastic is again trying to enter overbought levels. And if you look at the 2-hour charts, on the 2-hour charts too, similarly with the support there at 7.2, it is trying to bounce back. And however, it is trying to fill or trade in this narrowing triangle. Once it breaks out beyond 7.4, one can expect it to rise more. How far it can go, it can again try to come back till towards 7.6 and 7.8 levels. See, 7.8, 7.9 is going to be perfect resistance if it continues to rise on the upside. The oscillator here trading in red, it is trying to converge. The directional movement is bearish. The MACD is trying to converge. The RSI is oversold and the stochastic is looking upwards on the 2-hour charts. If you look at the 3-hour charts, on the 3-hour charts, similarly with taking the support from 7.2 and it is trying to rise, I will expect it to break out beyond 7.4, and then one can expect 7.6, 7.8, 7.9 zone. See, 7.8, 7.9 is going to be stronger resistance, and then beyond that 8.2, 8.4 can be expected. It can try to retrace back a bit on the upside before it takes a further direction on the downside. Look at the awesome oscillator, it is extremely bearish here, and be watchful, it can start converging. So it suggests that probably we may see a little greener candles there. The directional movement is bearish here. The MACD is wide divergent. It is trying to converge from here, indicating possible reversal from here. And if you look at the RSI, this is oversold, and if you look at the stochastic, this is oversold too. Similarly, if you look at the 4-hour charts, similarly, on the 4-hour charts, we had seen lower highs, we had seen higher lows. This candle, it is trying to break out, and possibly the resistance, first resistance at 7.4, and the next resistance it may try to get it is around 7.6 and 7.8 zone. With the stop loss at 7.2, one can stay long on NG, and then one can expect and keep a trailing stop loss. The first target is 7.4, then 7.6, and then in fact it can try to hit the zone at 7.8, 7.9 levels. These are going to be stronger resistance zone. The oscillator they are trading in red, it's at peak, probably may start converging. The directional movement is wide divergent and bearish. The MACD is also wide divergent bearish there. The RSI is oversold and the stochastic is oversold too. Coming back to the daily candle here, see on the daily charts, here is the zone, here is the 50 period resistance at 7.9 and $8 levels. This zone is going to be very strong. This zone is going to be very strong resistance for any downside move, and it is already breached that. Now it is trying to pull it back again on these levels. Be watchful of that. Probably the next candle before it starts, it can try to close above this and slightly above this, maybe at around 7.6, 7.8, and then the next candle may start or resume its downward journey. So yes, below 7.2 definitely there is a we have to go short and we have to remain short, but before that it may try to rise or retrace back a bit on the upside till towards 7.6, 7.8, 8 levels. In fact, it can try to go well beyond these levels before it looks forward to any further drop. Only short entry is below 7.2. Remember that only short entry is below 7.2. Till the time it is above 7.2, one can expect it to rise or retrace back a bit, but always trade with the trailing stop loss, such that in the event of a reversal you should not close the trade in loss. The oscillator there is trading in green, but now trying to cross over for a sell entry. On the daily charts, the directional movement is extremely divergent and extremely bearish. The MACD is also extremely divergent and extremely bearish, indicating more bearishness there. RSI looking downwards, and similarly the stochastic is looking downwards. Considering this, for the day only short entry is below 7.2. Before it again drops below those levels, it may try to achieve a high at around 7.6, 7.8 and $8 levels. $8 is going to be a very strong resistance before it looks over to any further reversal. Take your trades accordingly and trade profitably. Trade with a trailing stop loss. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe and comment. Do not forget to press the bell icon and join my Telegram channel, and you can reach out to me for any of your trading or trading related queries. My email ID and Telegram ID is mentioned in the channel and video description. Thank you very much. Have a great profitable trading day. Thank you.